Welcome to the Tape of Fate podcast. My name is Santiago.
And Edgar Neil Luna.
J Bond.
And this is our 4.5 episode.
And a half? What do you mean half?
Because we still got that half episode.
I don't think that counts. I think it's just like in there. It doesn't really add to it.
Alright, well, this is our fourth episode.
Then every other episode after that would have been like 3.5
Yeah.
and 4.5. We're not doing that.
Okay, so this is our fourth episode.
Fourth episode.
We're really glad we made it this far.
Since we started.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, just want to address it. If the audio sounds a little jankier, or it just doesn't sound as good, well, the program we used wants to hoe us, and we can't use it right now, and so we're just using what we can, and it sounds a little bit worse, but we hope it's not too bad.
Yeah,
Not too
this
bad.
episode, man, you guys are gonna feel it. You guys are definitely gonna feel it because we feel it. And
We
you guys
feel
are
it.
We're satisfied, but you guys are gonna be satisfied.
You're going to feel it. You're going to be chilling. There's going to be chills coming down your back.
Chills,
You're going
man.
to feel a presence in your room. You're
Like
going
a
to
ghost,
feel...
bro.
You're going to feel a whole
Oh,
bunch of shit.
Is it God?
It's
Are
you gonna feel
It's
God?
God. It's
God.
It's
Are you feeling the
God.
Holy Spirit?
Huh?
You feeling the Holy Spirit all
You're
over
feeling
him?
the Holy Spirit. You're feeling
All
spiritual.
over.
Might as well start.
Fondling him.
Pray for
Everywhere.
us, man. You guys gotta pray for us because we're gonna be yelling. Maybe we're gonna be
Yeah,
disagreeing.
You know,
A
in
lot.
this episode, some of you guys, it might have you guys convert into Christianity. You guys might believe in God, or you guys might this might piss you off. You might even say, "Fuck it, I'm a fucking worship the devil." But hey,
Yeah, we have a Satanist, we have a Christian, and then we have a Catholic. Here.
We said I was saying this.
You kind of come off as Satanist.
Somebody
Agnostic.
agnostic.
Or you're not agnostic.
I'm agnostic.
I could just say
Eggnog ass. Eggnog. I almost said that. You just cut that out. Cut it out. No, don't leave that in. Don't leave that in.
Y'all heard that?
No, don't leave that in.
I guess I can just say that I'm just spiritual.
You're spiritual?
I'm just.
Alright, so we have a agnostic, we have a spiritual being,
a spiritual.
and then we have a Catholic. Or
Alright,
at least grew up Catholic.
I think one thing is get it out the way. Is still go around and just say our beliefs and like how we how we grew up and what we believe and what we don't believe from what we do.
Alright, so Javon, you go first.
Well, I grew up in a Christian household, and I think, as I got older, I was just I don't believe in some of the things that the Bible says. So,
Yeah.
now it's
Like
more,
what?
it's more just, some of the things that they've written. And, now I'm just I believe in God. That's it. It's just God. And
So what we're trying to say is that you believe in God but not the church.
not the church, yeah. Just
okay.
believe in God, not the church. I believe that Jesus existed, but, that's another topic from that.
Oh, okay.
Alright, here you go.
Me personally, I'm agnostic. Growing up, I went to church a little bit here and there. I believe in God, but it's more or less like he could or could not be there.
Right.
I kind of live with the mind there could be a God, but I don't know if it's like the same God as everyone else believes in.
Mm.
It just might be a different God. I'm unsure of everything of God, basically, is what it is. But I still live as if there is somewhat of a God, you know what I mean? I still
Yeah.
try to be nice and all that. But, it doesn't really influence me as much as, it does anybody else. If that made any sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so I grew up in a Catholic household. My grandparents are very religious when it comes to being Catholic, and I've questioned Catholic dogma a lot when I was younger.
Do you know what dogma means?
Yeah, it's I don't know, I keep on hearing it. Dogma is like the tradition of, you know what I mean?
It's sort of like that.
Yeah.
But go on.
I questioned the church many times, and I'll say, I'm still here and there. I still believe in some stuff. I like the idea of saints and angels and all that. But the only reason I really go to church is because I try to hear wisdom. Because I tend to feel like the world revolves around me sometimes, and I can't be doing that. So that's the only reason why I really go to church, just to keep myself level-headed, grounded, but I still have Catholic beliefs, really much so. Yeah.
So you feel like it's embedded in you?
Yeah, I
This
feel
point?
like I'm pretty sure. I have different views from a traditional Catholic, but at the same
You're
time,
still overall Catholic.
yeah, I'm still overall Catholic.
Okay.
Yeah, but this topic came up in the comment section. I remember this topic is going wild. It goes nuts. It can go all over the place.
I mean,
Actually,
the thing is, one reason why it went wild is because
we let it happen.
we let it. It was like the thing is, it wasn't like we were egging it on in a sense in our own group chat and in the comment sections. We were kind of like we wanted to talk about this, but like in the most nivell, like what's it called, playing that like what's she called?
We did it.
The devil's advocate.
Yeah, we did it to troll people. We went
Yeah.
on someone's random comment.
Alexis, to be specific.
Was it Alexis? I thought it was
Was it
Zach.
Alexis?
Yeah, it was Alexis. It was
No,
one of
I thought it was-
Alexis' posts.
I thought it was
Well,
our
no.
friend Zach.
Yeah, first it was Zach's, and then you brought it up in Alexis.
Yeah.
And then we started arguing about that again.
And then she deleted our comment.
Yeah. Oh, you
she
all
deleted.
know shit.
She
Those
deleted.
are good.
I looked at it. I was like, oh fuck. She deleted our comment. That's whack. She don't want it.
She don't want it.
But it got really big on one of our friends' posts. Zach, what was he saying? He wanted to keep in touch with our friends, right? With like friends and all that.
Yeah, I think so.
And he was getting out of social media.
Oh yeah.
And then right there, what did I say? No, I think who said
that
what?
wasn't that. He got off social media. No, that wasn't, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how it started off.
Well, so the way it started was there was a post, right?
Yeah.
And then he put on God. And
Oh,
he said,
yeah.
which God? And then under your comment, I said, what's the definition of God?
Oh yeah, I said which God because
Yeah.
there's multiple gods.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
one thing, real quick, just to get out the way. The thing is, when he asked what's the definition of God, I think he meant overall. You can't.
No.
You could define a god, a specific god,
Yeah.
right? But that's more or less defining them as a character
Right.
and not just as, I guess, an object. You know what I mean, or like a noun. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Because like the thing is, you'd be like, what's the definition of a dog? And you can name the characteristics of a dog, but you're not naming a specific dog.
I don't know.
You know?
I mean, like, the word God comes in many sense, right? Like it's
Yeah,
it's
there's many dogs.
opinionated.
There's many dogs.
It's opinionated. It's opinionated.
There's many dogs.
No,
but you can just,
no,
but you can just tell you what a
and
dog
then-
is.
In what ways, though? Really?
What do you mean?
Like you said, it's opinionated. The word God is opinionated.
Yeah,
In
because
what
some people
ways?
think God is bad, some people think God is good.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I mean, opinionated. Everybody has a different view on God and a different answer on the definition of
On
God.
the definition of God.
Yeah,
So
to them.
So an opinion on God and the definition of God are two different things, right? So you may say you may
Yeah,
like,
they're different.
so like based on how you see God is different. Like how you perceive God is different than the definition itself of God.
Well, I mean, we don't really know. We know the idea of a God, but we don't know the true definition of God,
How?
because we don't
So,
know if it
like-
exists.
So I mean,
We don't know if it exists. We just have the
Are we
idea of
having
God.
this-
Are we having this whole conversation?
We're just having
again,
the idea of
immediately
God.
the same?
So the thing is, it doesn't really matter if we don't know if he exists.
No,
or what,
no.
right? 'Cause,
It-
Greek mythology, right? What would you think those gods do? They foresee and protect certain
Look.
things, right?
Can I just say
They're-
this? There's a definition on Google.
Oh, that's Google.
And-
Google
wait.
changes so much,
Let me
man.
say,
Google changes so
okay,
much.
in certain religions, right? They say it's a superhuman being or spirit worshipped as having power over nature and human fortunes, a deity.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what would you? Okay, like, rather than saying there is no definition, what of that definition would you change to make it fit more to an overall God, not Christians or fucking Egyptians or Muslims or Jewish or any of that? I mean, like it's as a catch-all term.
I would say deity, but some people might say superhuman, or some people might say otherwise. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, you can just add or to it. So you can
Mhm.
say it's a deity or superhuman or whatever you want to add. So is there anything else you want to add to the characteristics of what a god would be?
I don't know how God would be. That's the problem.
What would it?
That's the problem. Like, we have the idea of God, but it's You know, we don't know if it's. We just
don't know.
We don't know. It's all guessed answers.
What would you assume?
What would I assume?
Like if you were like looking for a god, or you were, let's just say like forget that whole I don't know what it is. But if you have,
I would think it's a deity.
As a deity,
as a being.
As a being, a strong, a human, like a big being.
A spiritual being.
Well,
not spiritual being.
Tell me what it looks like. Tell me what your god in your mind looks
everything?
like. Just look like everything.
Literally everything.
You would say it's literally us, everybody. It's like everything that we are.
Yeah, everything that we are.
Energy
is. Yeah, we all make up a.
God is energy.
God, you know. We all make.
I mean,
up
I think
you
could say that in a sense.
That's me. That's me.
No,
though.
no. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, I think that could work.
Yeah.
Because the thing is like you're right about there's there's no real definition, but just saying a definition you could probably make reasons for how that works.
Yeah.
Like electricity or just like just power and like all that. That's all.
But we know electricity exists though.
Yeah, I mean, but like another thing is that could be in a sense God, right?
Could be
because, or isn't that what makes us work? That's all that's going off in our brains right now.
Yeah.
And if there's no electricity in our brains or power or whatever it is, we're not here.
I say
God is what's keeping us alive.
God's definition could be literally anything and everything.
Spaghetti monster.
It can really. If you look at it.
The South Park spaghetti monster.
Maybe. I mean, if we created it,
well,
God let us create it.
I mean, because I feel like you're getting it in what God is rather than what the definition is.
That's how everybody attacks it.
But like
I just feel like you're just hung up on not knowing. Like
because we really don't know.
We really
don't know. So why would you answer the question of the definition of God if we do not know?
I mean, because I think we know.
We
don't know what God is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't know what God is.
Yeah.
But we can define what has to be what's the minimum of being a God.
To us.
Yeah, but the thing is, look, if there is no minimum, right, then literally everything is God.
That's what I'm saying.
Like Javon's God.
Javon is part of God. Javon is part of God.
He is God. That's what I'm saying. Because we don't have the minimum.
Possibly, that could possibly be a thing.
Nigga, don't make a cult because
no. People actually believe that.
People are gonna start believing that Saint Javon's specifically God.
No. People are actually gonna believe. No. Actually, there's people. People actually are like that.
Satanists.
No.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I never looked into Satanists.
I looked into it, bitch. What's it called? Satanists. What their whole idea is not believing in God because they don't believe that God. No, it's something like where they see God as holding you back, right? And so what they believe is that, in the sense that you're God, that we're all a God because we all have power in our own circumstance. We can all really choose our own life and all that shit. So that's like kind of what it is, like where people believe that they are God, in a sense, without being like egotistical.
Yeah.
Because it's more or less just to bring you up rather than think, oh, I'm burying everybody, that shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's literally many definitions of God.
But I'm saying, what is the minimum?
Okay, so you think Javon is a deity?
No. I'm saying, what is the minimum? I'm not saying he's the minimum. Like,
I have no idea, because
the
word is anything. I mean, that just proves.
That doesn't.
That just proves.
I feel like you're not catching on to what we're trying to say.
I can see, like, whenever you're saying, like, humans could be gods, because, we're preserving the areas where, growing food, we're reproducing.
I'm not saying that. That's what they're saying. That's
right?
That's what people are saying.
God.
Yeah, that's what some people that believe that. Yeah,
that fits into the definition of God. What, like that itself fits into the definition of God. So like, what other?
No, look, that's not. We already said that. He's just not. He's just gonna say that there is no definition.
There's no definition.
Look. I can't word this without him just saying the same thing.
Bro, I'm just saying, there's no really. If we don't know what it is, we don't know the definition. We just come up with something and thinking it's a definition, but it might not be. It might.
But I think the thing is, right. Whenever, my bad.
Right,
whenever people
that was kind of gay, bro. Javon just touched my hand.
Man.
He looked me in the eyes too.
Oh man.
I don't know how I feel about this, bro.
Alright, my bad.
I got sexually harassed at my workplace.
All right.
I don't like
This is
that.
a workplace.
It's workplace.
The workplace.
It's our job now. I hate it.
Hey man, I hate that shit.
I mean, I can kind of see what you mean, right? But I feel as if, like, people, you know, that's the way they describe it. Like preserving a certain area or creating something, is they put it as God. Like, for instance, if you were to have a certain word, like whenever you're doing something, like work, if you're doing something, you're doing work, they would have a definition for that certain word. That's the definition of preserving and protecting something or creating something, which would be God itself. If that.
A protector?
I kind of get what you're saying.
A protector?
I just feel like Santi's just stuck on what he wants to do rather than follow the conversation in a sense. But I feel like there's like this one thing where in a debate or conversation or any of that, right? There's this thing where you have to leave your position to follow theirs to sort of get through the conversation at a little bit more. Cause I think cause
I know what you're talking about. You like saying, all right, go ahead now. I'll let you finish.
like the one thing is like we keep saying different things and we're trying to do it, but you're not. Like the thing is, you can still say it's nothing, right? Or like there is no definition or something, right? But you can just say, okay, there is no definition, but, and then you kind of just try to add on to what we're drawing in, because like what we're saying, it's not going anywhere because right now it's kind of like having like water in a cup that has no bottom. So we're trying to throw water in, but you're not covering bottom.
Okay, so
let's talk. Really.
The reason why I say there's no real true definition is because we cannot rely on that definition.
We're not relying on it.
You guys are trying to rely on it. You guys are trying to say what is the definition of God, and I'm saying, well, you can't say a definition, but it's not the true definition because the definition changes every time.
Because there is no true definition.
So you said there's no true definition. So there is a definition.
There's people's definition of God,
but there is definitions. But you're saying
but it's not the true definition.
But you just
okay. What's a definition? Tell me what when you look up definition.
Do I have to look up the
what is
right
definition?
now?
What is definition?
The
Bro,
definition of definition.
Bro,
is it that? It doesn't mean the actual answer.
Yeah, basically.
Then there's no real true definition.
What are you on about?
Because if definition means, this is what it is, and we don't know what God is, then there's no true definition.
Okay,
we cannot rely on.
How about this? Theoretically, there we go. There is a definition. Theoretically, we're playing in the realm of hypotheticals,
okay.
So it don't matter no more.
Okay.
We're done. We're not doing that. There is no definition. We're gonna make a definition because we're hypothetically making one.
Right.
We're making one.
Javon, what is your definition of God then, hypothetically?
Well, hypothetically speaking,
no more hypotheticals. We don't have to say it. We're just in the realm of it, like the shadow realm or some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh.
Go ahead.
Hypothetically, right? The definition of a god, gods or goddess
in your head,
in my head, right, would be someone, something that preserves, protects, or they create something, right? So it could be humans, it could be a spiritual being, or it could be spiritual beings.
Okay.
That would be the description of God.
What about you, Edgar?
I like as a minimum, just a sort of
just
like
your this definition of God hypothetically.
This is what I mean. As a minimum, right? Of what a God can be.
Go however you want.
In my head, it has a minimum. It has to be something with either supernatural powers in the sense of like they can do stuff, ultra reality or some shit. They might have to be all knowing, and let me think. They have to be conscious.
So basically like a higher status than everyone else, right?
I think so, because I think like if we don't define a minimum, right? Everything is, right? Because I think if a minimum could be anything, it's like a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like an all-powerful being.
Yeah, but then like what's it called? We just like have no minimum. A dog could be it. But
Okay.
then if we have a minimum, it could be nature.
Okay.
You know, like wasn't that what Zach thought? Like it was like nature or something.
I don't know. What about the ones that say God is a joke? That's
God
their
is-
definition.
God is a joke.
That's just how.
There's some people that actually see it.
Yeah, that's
I-
how. That's how.
So
they
that's their
perceive it.
definition. It's not actual definition.
That's how they perceive.
So you have to accept that
But that was a
definition.
bad faith take. They're not really
Yeah.
giving.
But
an
you
act-
have to
they're not
accept that.
giving-
You have
they're
to
not giving
accept
an
that.
actual
That.
take to it.
But you have to
Yeah.
accept that definition though. That's their definition.
Okay.
So there's not a real definition.
There isn't one.
Because I don't
Okay.
agree on that definition.
Okay.
J1 does not agree to that
Cool.
definition.
Now what's your definition?
No, I already said my definition. I'm playing devil's advocate. What would you say about the one
You're not.
who
You're not.
says?
They're not the one.
Wha-
playing
wha-
devil's
no,
advocate
no.
here.
What if?
Okay, what's up?
What would you say about the one that says God is a joke? God is just
That's their
an
definition.
idea. So there's not a real definition. That's their definition.
That's their opinion.
But
That's
it,
it.
but-
No,
That's
no. That's
an
their
opinion.
definition.
I
That's
guess
their
it's an opinion.
definition.
I guess it might be.
No.
No.
It-
Wait. Let me just say one thing. Look, that's not. That's their definition,
Okay.
but not the
Okay,
definition.
so if they say God is not real, doesn't exist, it's just a made up thing.
That's their opinion.
That's
No,
No,
That's their definition.
No, wait, stop saying the, because the implies that there's a consensus
that's
to it.
their definition. That's what I'm saying.
theirs. Now,
I
that's-
said-
wait,
I've
wait,
been
wait,
saying
so,
there.
No. So that means that's
That-
their
you've
opinion.
been saying
their
you've been
opinion.
saying that's their opinion.
Wait.
You
Yeah,
also
'cause it
said
is.
that.
Because it is.
So that's Javon's definition
Wait,
of God.
opinion.
Wait.
That's Davon's definition of God.
Opinion.
That's your definition
Opinion.
of God, and I have my
Oh, your
definition
opinion.
of God. So there's not a real definition.
But let me go back to whenever.
That's
you
what
said-
I'm trying to say.
Wait,
So there's not.
No,
Okay,
these
go
are-
ahead,
these are-
Javon.
Hold on,
No, go ahead, Javon.
Let me go back to whenever you said, and what if they said God is just a joke, right?
Mhm.
It depends on what they would say. Right?
Okay.
You got to ask them. You know, why do you think God?
Some
is a
say
joke?
some. I meant.
And
I
then
asked one
everything
person.
wait, and then everything after they say that would be their opinion.
Right.
But go
So
on.
if they're like, oh, you know, God's a joke because who believes in some man in the air, right? And you'd be like, you know, what would that, you know, man in the air do?
No,
right?
no.
What,
Okay.
What would the man in the
All right,
air
let's
do?
let Santi finish.
Okay,
How-
so I've asked this to many people, and the people that say that don't believe in God and say God is just a made up thing, they say they use God and the church to have like a level ground and keep themselves going through life and whatnot. So
Yeah.
that's what they think God is,
Okay.
an idea of a human to just keep on going through life.
Okay. Now, would you agree if I said that was their opinion?
That's their definition. Definition.
Okay. Which is their opinion still?
So when you say your definition, that's your opinion, is
yes.
it? But it's not the real definition.
Because the thing
Yeah,
is,
but it's an opinion.
but the thing is their opinion.
It's a
their
definition, but
opinion.
I'm
the
asking
thing
for the
is- but
definition,
the thing
though.
Which is on Google.
But the thing is, their opinion.
The Google has
but
changed so many
But the thing is,
definitions.
their opinion is based on what other people are saying. You know, you said, "Oh, God is a made-up term made up by human beings." That doesn't.
I'm not saying
doesn't-
that. I'm saying
but-
people say that.
But yeah, people say that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that doesn't really cover the definition of God itself.
That's their definition, though. I've
That's
asked.
their
I've
opinion.
asked. Look, I've asked for your definition, and I've asked for your definition. I've asked for J1's definition and Edgar's definition, and if you ask for my definition, they'll be similar but not the same.
No,
so it's not
that'd
gonna be.
your opinion.
It's not gonna be.
That'd be your opinion. Stop adding a definition to it.
I
When
just
it's not
asked for their
No, no.
definition. So
'Cause
I'm,
look. You're saying definition, but really, it's our opinions. When we're asking for a definition, the definition is almost always
Okay.
the broadest scope.
okay.
to
So
catch
if
you.
I'm asking for your definition, why are you saying opinions?
Because it's an opinion.
But I'm asking for a definition.
I will when we look it up on
For
we
both
look
of
it up
y'all,
in a book
both
or
of
something where the
both of
consensus-
y'all's definition. I'll say, yo, Javon, what is God to you?
That's
And you
no,
say, and
to you.
yeah,
To you.
what is God? Okay, what is God? What is God? And I asked you, what is God? If it's
Then-
gonna be a similar
Bro,
answer,
If you want me to look up, if you want the straight definition, I would look it up. That's what I would do because that is the consensus of what is God. That is the essentials of a God in a sense.
Yeah.
but it's not gonna be the right answer.
He did
It's
say
gonna.
it was a higher power, something that's all powerful, something that has like a powers and stuff,
Because
supernatural powers.
The reason why we can trust Google, right, is because they're looking at it on a broad scope. And now,
Okay.
if you're looking for what is when God is real,
you guys are yelling at this point.
when God is real, no, it's like if God is real, what is he? That's you're looking for the truest definition right there. When you ask if God is real, what is he, or something like that, or she or it, whatever. But when you're asking for our definitions, right? You're also asking for our opinions. But if you want a broad definition, because like again, a dog. I mean, like I said earlier, if you're asking for what the definition of a dog is, right? You're just gonna get the essentials of what needs to be before it's a dog.
Okay.
It has to come from the lupus canine bush. I forget what it's called actually, but it has to like evolve from this, and it has to be from this before it's a dog. And so if we use that logic with a god, it has to come from this, it has to do this, and it has to do that. And then it'll just be the general idea of what a god is. And so asking for the straight definition and not assuming that it's going to be an opinion is bad faith.
Okay, so what would you do? Okay, what would happen if, we die and we see what God really is?
Okay, cool.
And if it's not whatever you guys say or
Then
what the books say,
Okay, cool.
then it's not the real definition.
Okay, cool.
So we can't really have a real definition.
Yeah. We can't. No. We don't have a true definition, but we have a real definition.
Yeah,
We have a real
because-
definition, but that's not the true definition.
Okay, cool.
So if I'm asking for it's just all opinion. It's just all opinion.
Wait.
Look.
No, wait. I think we're perfectly good right now where we're at, because we got it.
Yeah.
You're looking for the true definition. He asked what the real definition.
Yes, for the definition.
Okay, yeah, close enough.
The definition.
Yeah, the definition, not
The
the truest,
definition.
not what is God.
The definition could be any definition.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, so what's the point? If you're asking for the definition, you're gonna have many different definitions.
I'm trying to see what are the many definitions of God?
You just said a definition. Edgar just said a definition. I can say a definition.
Because
So can Zach, and so can anyone
It
else.
fits into what the description of God would be: a higher power being, a foreseer, a protector, something that is higher than.
Okay, so what if someone says it's an idea? It's not a higher being. It's not this and that. They say it's an idea.
They say that the definition would be an idea.
Yeah, I've had people
it's
say,
an
"Oh
idea.
yeah, God is just an idea created by created by man or by humans, so they can stay level grounded and have a point to live on through life."
I feel like
I think
they see it as more as like they're perceiving it.
But it's not. It's not how you saying it. It's not saying higher power.
Even the relevance.
I think that could be added to the definition. Something created by man. So,
But then they say.
no, wait.
But then they say. Okay, go ahead. I'll let you
Okay.
finish.
Anything like I'm saying earlier, like a Webster's. I just say I'm gonna say Webster's. I don't want to say Google anymore because Webster sounds cooler. But let's say in Webster's, right? They could just add that something created by man, so that counts it. But again, when we're asking for the definition, we're asking for the broadest definition, not because the thing is when it comes to definitions, right? We know this is a open topic. We know there's millions of religions and shit. Not millions, probably like thousands, but there's thousands of religions, and they all have their own definition. And when we're not asking for who's right, because again, those are opinions. We're not asking for what's the truest, as in which one's the closest one to being right, but what is the definition in the sense of what is what catches all of them, and it's the essence of God in a sense. And yeah, what is the essence? Basically, what is the essence of God? And most times, if we were gonna filter all the religions out, it would be a higher being, either a spirit or superhuman or some shit, right? Or what's it called? An idea, maybe it's like an idea of what nature is, of what water is, because they believe in watering, sun and nature gods and all that. And so if we catch all of them together, that is the definition of God. And all the things that match from all of them, that is the definition of God. An idea, a spiritual being, a superhuman, or any of that. We're not asking for the truest. We're not asking for the closest, correct, or any of that. Just the definition. You get what I'm trying to say here.
You see, I know what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to say. But
Oh, what's up?
when you said we can add on created by man, not many people would agree with that. Because people think God is creator of man, not created by man.
In a sense, I mean, I guess you can.
That's according to the scripture. That's according to the scripture. It creates creator everything.
What I'm saying.
That's what I'm just saying.
But what if they said, right? You know how you said they would say, it was created by man, right? What would they say if they elaborated that a bit, right? Why did man create that?
To keep on living through life. I already answered that question.
No. I think we're getting somewhere else. There's also more to that. But what's it called? Another thing is that when I said made by man, that implies that a person made that up, because there was no God before man. In a sense, where I'm saying that I'm not saying that all the religions are wrong, right? I'm just saying that somebody had to say it first. That's all I'm saying. So of course it's made by man.
So I think true, might be not. Goes into,
I'm not saying it's true or not.
I think it's true. That kind of strives into the existence of God. If it's created by man, right? They'd be arguing over the existence of God rather than the definition of God.
I think we've gone on to this one part, just the beginning, for too long, and we need to throw something else in there.
All right, what do you think? What do you think we should throw in?
I guess one thing is I just want to say that it's not just to cope with life, but it's been shown that God, right? We're not just used to cope with life, but to explain things. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying you're wrong, but there's a little bit more to it. That a lot of times gods were made to sort of explain why lightning works. Because if we don't understand it, we kind of just have to make something up. Yeah. And it's just like, shit, lightning. That's
like God. Why is everything so intentional, right? Like us here just sitting here talking to.
I meant more like primal things, just like lightning and like fire and like, woo, big lion, grr.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, but like in the broader sense, like why are we here? We're here able to understand each other, right? And people are able to reproduce, and things of that nature. And like, why is everything so intentional? I think that's what gives everyone the idea that there might be something greater than what we know.
That's way different from what I was talking about. But
it is okay. My bad.
I meant just like a primal thing, but okay. I know what you mean. I get what you're trying to say. Okay, one quick question, right? So, do you believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay. You believe in God?
Yeah.
Okay. Both of them believe in God. I'm agnostic, of course, but I think one thing is, why do you believe in God? Let's just try to talk about that and sort of just talk about it, and just discuss why each one of us believe in our own God or whatever.
All right, who wants to go first?
Sonny, you go first. I want to know what you think.
Okay, so the reason why I believe in God is because I've heard many stories about him, and I've experienced some stuff with God as well. The owner of the school that I go to, he's experienced God through, experiences, like through life, almost threatening experiences. I've experienced God through just kind of, as a child, I used to just sit down in a quiet room or in a quiet place. And if it's outside, I'll just kind of listen to the wind and then the leaves and the everything, just kind of go through that, and I just feel like a straight chill down my spine. And I always thought it was just an angel, but nowadays I just think it's God trying to communicate with me or guide me somewhere, especially if I'm like in a, like, I don't say pothole, like if I was going through something in life and I was trying to figure out what to do. That's usually what I'll do. I'll just sit down either in a car or just kind of walking, and I'll just kind of feel my environment and then try to seek for a signal.
Yeah.
And that's what made me really believe in God. Even though I question the church a lot, sometimes, I'm like, well, why the fuck is this happening, I'm always like, you know what? I gotta just trust in the process, and if I'm in trouble or if I'm like going through something, I kind of just sit down and gather myself. And I might hear a voice, I might not. I might just think of, something guiding my thoughts into seeking what I think is right. Yeah. Okay. But that's just me, though. Someone might feel differently about it. But
Yeah.
plus, I grew up, my parents talking about, God and Jesus Christ and Saint Mary and all that.
Yeah.
So I've always, had the idea of God, but recently I just kind of more like, yeah, I'm a believer, but sometimes I question things, and I feel like it's normal if I question things.
Okay,
It's just me trying to really know what's going on.
Yeah. What about you, Javon? Why do you believe in God?
Well, I think, of course I've been in, I had a religious background as well. Um, but it went back to what I was saying earlier, which kind of brought us to this topic, new topic. I think it's because, after religion and stuff, my religious phase, I kind of just started questioning why is everything too intentional, like, why are we able to sit up here and talk and understand each other? Why are we able to have resources around us to help us, in life? Like vitamin C, it can clear up sickness. Like medicines such as bananas, they can help with cramps. Things in that nature. There's like things around us meant for us, to pretty much, help us as humans. And it's like, I don't know. It's I'm not too sure if you guys are understanding what I'm saying.
I think what you're saying is why is the world catering to us in a sense?
Yeah,
like why
right.
do we have what we need to exist?
Yeah.
And you're like, because we have all these things, there has to be something looking out for us.
Yeah. There has to be something out there, that's kind of just painting this picture of life. Like if you were to be a writer for a book, you would pretty much create everything for a specific character. A character like their personalities. Just
To watch it play out.
abilities, things in that nature. And I just think that I really can't, walk in this world and think that there's absolutely, nothing that's really, creating everything.
There's not a writer writing our lives.
Yeah, there's not a writer that's actually writing our lives, and it's and it's the fact that we're able to think of this, that kind of question has me questioning that,
why we have the ability and
yeah,
the consciousness and whatever.
yeah, and I've also had spiritual experiences growing up, you know, not to say anything about the quote a Bible or anything, but some of the things I don't believe, some of the things I think is true, like speaking in tongues, for example, it's pretty much described as pretty much a mixture of languages, caught by God, and it's meant to kind of grab the attention from people around the room
And sort of send a message.
Yeah, and like my grandma, I've seen it in church. My grandma, that would happen to her, and she wouldn't even remember her doing that. She wouldn't even remember one thing.
Mm-hmm.
All she remembers is just sitting there, and all of a sudden,
Speaking in tongues.
yeah, and it's like, I don't know, it's so many questions out there, as to why there could be a God.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get. Why are you agnostic? Why do you not believe in God but a spirit, but a higher being?
That's atheist. But I think it's with
But
agnostic.
I thought atheists, they don't believe in God. They think in
Atheists don't believe in God. Wait,
They
what,
don't
you
believe-
said-
atheists
What do you-
don't.
what do you-
I said,
Okay.
why do you not believe in God but in a higher being?
Yeah, atheists.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear you. Right.
Yeah.
Atheism would be like they
No.
don't believe in a God. They don't believe in spirits in general. It's just they believe that we're here right now, and that's it.
No, I just misheard Santi. That's all it was.
Yeah.
What's it called? Why? I mean, like, I think it's not that I don't believe in God. It's just that I'm unsure.
Yeah.
It's more or less you guys talk about your what's it called, what you've gone through, and your what's it called, encounters with God and all that stuff. Maybe I just haven't had that.
Yeah.
But I think what makes me not have 100% faith in God is the general idea of what God is, in the Christian and Catholic spaces, where it's like an all-powerful being who looks after you and all this shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
and who's created all of us. The thing that makes me not believe in it so much is that, or like at least not in the Catholic sense or Christian sense of like, you know, what God is that it's hard to see God as someone who cares. You know, I feel like if there is a God, he would be doing more in our world. And what's it called? I feel like there's a lot of bad things going on that, you know, if there is a God, he might have done something for, something to. You know, there's a lot of genocides, you know, just regular murders, rapes, stealing, all of that. And you know, maybe if there is a God, despite all that happening and none of it's happening, like you're not doing anything about it, while we're here, you know, maybe he just doesn't care. That's something I think. Maybe he just doesn't care about humans, or maybe he just doesn't really differentiate us from other animals. You know, because if two lions tag each other and one dies, does anyone care? You know, does any other lion care? Do the ants care? Do the cheetahs care? Do the gazelles? None of them care, right? What's it called? But if we kill each other, do animals care? Do we care? You know, does God care? Because God doesn't care if a lion kills another lion, a fish fucking shark or whatever, right? All that, you know. And so why would he care if we kill each other? If what we do, it matters at all. You know, he could just see us as animals, as beings on the earth that he made, that are no different from an ant. You know, or what's it called? Or another thing is, if there is a God, what if he's just not conscious? You know, maybe there is a God where it's just it has powers, but it's just dead brain. Just doesn't really think. It's just a power. You know, it's just something that just goes through the entire universe and kind of has control in a sense, but doesn't really. It's like maybe like it's like a simple mind as a deer. You know, there's this I might be going a little bit off topic, but it's just this is what it's called. You know SCP?
SCP?
Yeah.
The Foundation?
Yeah, and all that shit. There's this one. It's like I forgot what it's called. It's like a deer though, but it's like a god. And what they gotta do is they gotta trick it into thinking that they got it under control, because like it's just a deer, but like with God powers, like if somebody tries to hurt it, it just blows it up with his mind, or just like deletes it. In a sense where like maybe God's like that, where it's just something that's out there, but it just doesn't think. You know, it could just be a rock flying through space that just has the power of God, but it just doesn't have a mind. You know.
Yeah.
And you know, like all of that is either what I believe in or why I don't believe it. You know. Yeah, that's my perspective.
Okay. It's very interesting. Well, you know, we all have different views on God, so.
Okay, now on the next part, why we think everyone's wrong. I'm just kidding. I think one thing is like, what matters most when it comes to believing in something is not being a dick about it. I think in most religions, like Christians or Catholics, I mean, like a lot of times there's at least one passage where it's like respect other people and all that shit.
Yeah.
And like just be nice to people. And I think I don't want this to get corny. Or just be nice to people, guys. But I think if we just did that, you know, because a lot of religions have that, where it's just be nice. You know, I don't think there's many religions where it's like, yeah, fucking kill people for us, right? There's some maybe, but I think if we just sort of just didn't kill other people for their religious beliefs, that'd be cool. You know, no more Templars and all that shit. You know.
I don't know, man. Sometimes, how do I say this?
You want to kill people for their religious beliefs?
No. I always question why that happens. That's why I'm always questioning the church. I don't question God, but I question the church. And some people just do like horrible practices. But for the religion that does not want, to harm anyone, but then the practices that the church does or whatever they believe in, whoever they follow, just do like very like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not the right thing, and they know it's not right, but they're saying, "Oh, we're
anyway.
doing it for God."
Yeah.
Or we're doing it for this. And
I think one thing that's sort of like that is like the government, in a sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where there's sort of a underlying belief. Like we believe, like when you grow up, you believe in the country, right? You believe that we're doing everything that's right. That's good. But we want to look up to it and pledge allegiance, all that, and just like think that our country is the best.
Mm-hmm.
But then in reality, the people who lead it, people who lead church and stuff, they have their own entrances, right? Or they have their own, they have a different view on what the maybe American dream is, or like what Americans are supposed to do, or like what Christians are supposed to do, and and all that, and they have a different view on it, or like they just twist the words a little bit in their heads, and then they do something that they think is right, but isn't really,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, go ahead, Jay. I feel like you're gonna say something.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Okay, so I feel like it's like that in every country's government. We might see China and Russia as a really bad country, but then China might be like, "Oh, fuck the U.S.
China's bad.
Fuck the U.S." You know what I mean?
We don't sympathize with China here.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, they might be saying that to us to be like, "Man, what the fuck is this America doing? Egotistical ass."
I mean, fuck the USA, but like, fuck China though.
Fuck you. No, I'm playing.
You're Spaniard. I don't want to hear it.
I'm playing.
Well, are you saying fuck you for the U.S. or the China part? I got confused there.
I'm playing.
You go.
How about you go fuck yourself before you say that shit, you fucking dickhead.
Say that shit again. Say that shit. I dare you say that shit again.
Yeah,
fuck you, bitch.
Like, I can see what you're saying. Like, whenever you say,
nationalist.
I can see what you're saying whenever you're saying, like, they may have their own interests at heart. Like hurting kids and stuff in the church. Like you're saying the same thing with government and totalitarianisms. They would probably have like huge camps, which would starve plenty of kids, men, women, children. They'd probably kill some people.
Like in China, with
China,
the Uyghurs,
North Korea, places like that. Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just that the past and the history of God, well, of like world history of God, it's been ruined because people have been enslaved because of they do it for God.
Of how they twisted the word.
Yeah, Africans been enslaved because they see as what they did with the Native Americans, the Aztecs, everyone who just doesn't believe in the Christian God as savages.
As savages, or people who just these people that just don't know right, don't know better.
Yeah.
They believe that what they believed is right.
Yeah, and that's why I question churches, because they might say something, and they say, "Oh, this is not right," but then many times in history, where they say something is not right, and what they're doing is not right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I get you.
So,
where in a sense it's kind of like homosexuality, where I say that's not right, right? But like, what makes it not right? Other than their own beliefs being projected through the church.
Mm-hmm.
Might not even say it in the Bible. Where it's like gay people, and then another
I think
thing
it does actually. I don't know.
Yeah, it might, but like another thing is, when was that added?
Right.
The thing is, a lot of times the Bible has been written hundreds of times.
Yeah,
and
there's an Old Testament and there's a New Testament.
There's an Old Testament, New Testament, Old Testament, New Testament. No, but like there's the Bible's been written over and over again. It's been translated from like fucking like Latin or some shit, and like to this language, to that language, and this and that. And in the translation, there has been things added because maybe somebody who was like translating was like, you know what,
Let's put this in
fuck
there.
gay people.
Well, I don't like this, man. Let's put that in.
They just added fuck gay people,
Yeah.
or they added fucking slavery is okay, and the thing is like we don't know at one point what was added
Yeah.
because there's been hundreds and thousands of just different versions of the Bible throughout history, and
Yeah.
so
I guess you could say that the Bible in this day and age is created by elites meant to control the people.
because the elites were the only people who had the means of production to create the new Bibles. It was only the churches who had enough money. It was
Yeah.
only the elites who had the interest of printing it. So in a sense, the elites didn't make the Bible.
One thing I also don't like about, especially, I think it's the same thing with all religions, but I've seen this a lot with the Christian religion, where they say God is the only way. If you don't believe in God, go to hell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's really what I don't like. Yeah, that's pretty. That's what I kind of don't like about.
And it kind of drives. I've seen it, growing up too.
Yeah.
I would see it drive people away. I would see like kids. They grow up. I grew up in church with them, and all of a sudden, they would leave church and they would never come back.
Yeah.
Once they hit 18.
Yeah.
So I see what you mean, because like it's almost like that's the way they have people under their belts.
Yeah. Remember that one TikTok you showed me, Edgar, about that white guy saying Islam is not right?
Oh yeah. it's like I'm sorry, man, but I'm gonna tell you is that my heart goes out to you, but it's not right. What you believe is not right. Jesus Christ is the only savior.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I just don't like that. I heard that in the church I go to. There was like, God is, and someone said, they were praying for me at my school. I was like, why? He's like, I want you to find the right way, the God, the direction of God.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's like, what do you mean right way? It's like, I believe in God. It's like, but you believe in Catholic God.
Yeah.
It's
well,
like
I say you believe in the urban God, because urban God is different from past gods. That's what I say.
Wait, urban?
Because
you mean modern or urban?
I don't know. What's the difference?
Urban's more or less, I guess, sort of street. That's what I would assume. I have to look it up in a second, but like it doesn't mean it's not time wise. It's more of like a cultural thing.
Yeah, that's
like
what I mean. Urban, yeah, like people have different.
I don't know what urban means.
I don't know. Like I don't know. Urban sounded cool when I said that. You believe in the urban God,
but like the thing is he black?
No, he was. It's a Australian guy.
Okay, because like if you say that to a black person, that sounds a little racist. Hey, bro, you believe in urban God?
No. I say urban because I said look, like.
No, go on.
I said like, you believe in the Christian Catholic God, which is the most popular God out there. Well, and amongst each other. That's what most people believe in.
Can I say what urban means?
All right, go ahead.
Urban means in relating to or characteristics of a town or city. So like a city god or a town god, is what you said.
Maybe, I don't know.
Or denoting or relating to popular dance music associated with black performers.
That's not what I meant.
Is that what you meant?
That's not what I meant.
Javon, how you feel about that?
That's not what I meant. I mean, we do live, in the middle of the USA, right? We do live in the middle of the US. We live in the Midwest, and
in a city.
Many people here believe in the Christian God, the Catholic God, especially there's a high population of Hispanics coming here, bringing in the Catholic religion. And there's also a lot of Muslims coming along, which are bringing in the Muslim religion. And I don't know about Jewish, but
But not to mention,
we have Jews. I just don't know. I don't know about.
Why you say Jews? Isn't that like a derogatory term?
That's not a slur though.
Is it a derogatory term?
It's not a slur though.
All right,
but not to mention, Kansas is an extremely red state, so I guess that kind of explains why there's.
Okay, now you're just doxing us. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You're doxing us
already.
Stop doxing us. Stop doxing us.
Bro, we're not telling you at. Hey, bro, you want to know where this is?
There's so many Republicans.
Don't play.
Christian Republicans, Christian conservatives. There you go.
I mean,
that's on God.
Why always gotta be political, man? Shut the
Because
fuck
God
up.
is political.
Shut the fuck up.
Because God is political.
Yeah, 'cause somehow God
Probably,
is in politics.
probably Republicans did transfer the fucking Christian faith into.
Probably they do.
I don't
They
give a
put
fuck.
God into everything. They're like, hey, bro. A lot of times, whenever they talk shit on each other, it's like this dude does not go to church.
Oh,
He ain't
yeah.
a true Republican. Get him out.
Yeah, bro. Like, have you ever saw their campaign ads?
Yeah.
They'd be like, oh well,
Donald
so-and-so
Trump
is
goes to church.
is a
Vote for him.
It's a true Christian conservative.
True Christian
He believes in
conservative.
God and a strong man of faith. Go vote for him now.
That is a lot. They do a lot of times.
I
Where
feel
it's
like-
sort of, they would like the thing is, if the thing about like conservatives and like Republicans is that they're all Christian.
Maybe
Almost
of
all.
them, most of
They're,
them.
they're like it's like 90%.
Unless they're moderate.
Unless it's like 90% Christians.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things they believe in are sort of aligned in the Christian faith.
Mhm.
Where a lot like one of like the most hot topic, but whatever it is, like subjects are like like abortion or something. That's more or less like a Christian view a lot of times, right? Where it's sort of God wouldn't like this and all that. And
the Bible says no murdering, and you're murdering children. That's what they saying. I think that's what they say.
That is, yeah, that's what they
A
say.
fetus of children, But it's with their stuff. I can't really say much
but
about it.
what's it called? I mean, the God is sort of political, and that's just it is political.
Yeah.
They made it
because-
political because they put God into everything on that.
In
God
a
has
sense,
always been political.
where it's sort of like the thing
Hey,
is
how
like,
about you suck my dick?
You suck mine and spit on it.
hey, doing a live right now. We about to see that live on camera. Get on Instagram, watch them suck each other's dicks.
Look, man, I don't know. God is just. We was about to get in a heated argument about the definition of God, and just shows how fucking heated just not the presence, but like the word of God itself. How
Well,
it could lead into anything. I mean, we went from fucking. We went from we went from talking about the definition and arguing about it to talking about our beliefs, and then we're talking about politics again.
Well, I guess
Fuck you, Edgar.
Well, I guess we could say like, God isn't really political. It's more or less
Talked
just-
about animals
it's
too.
It's more or less controversial, which would be the right.
It's political.
Controversial.
Controversial.
God is controversial.
God is political.
It is very controversial because you can say some bold shit and someone might not agree with it, and it's just gonna go. It's gonna be an anarchy, maybe, possibly.
God.
is political.
Anarchy.
I am gonna stand by that till I die.
Anarchy.
We should invite a priest next time. Next time we talk about God,
No.
piss him off.
But we
I'm not too sure about
we
that.
just can't let him talk. That's all it is.
Yeah.
He's like, it's like he just tries to. He's like, can I say something? Can I say something? And we keep talking.
Well, how about you fuck
Go
yourself?
fuck yourself, bastard.
We're just
It's
looking
our
at him while we're
podcast,
just talking,
bitch.
bro.
It's
The
our
whole time we're just
podcast.
looking at him while we're talking to each other.
He's like, didn't y'all invite me to talk? It's like, no, we just invite
No,
you.
we
Who said-
just-
who said that?
We just put that in
Yeah,
so we
just-
can put that in the
just
title.
for clickbait, Just for clickbait, man.
What's it called? He's like, I'm gonna keep talking to Mike. It's not connected, stupid.
I don't
That's a
know,
good
man.
point.
This is just God, bro. It's just crazy to us,
God.
man. God?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this, man. I wish we had. I don't know. Should we any? Nah,
No,
that'll
say
be too
it.
much.
Just say it.
I'll be like, should any guests that we had, should we tell them what God is to them?
No.
Just to put my fucking point,
No,
you bitch.
you're not proving a point. Because again, would it be definition? Exactly. Shut up. No. What's it called? I don't think we should bring that up. The main sense because
So I'm not
I
believe in
think
God.
we'll just get back into the same loop
Maybe.
as we were just now, and I think that would just I think we already have a topic we want to talk about
Yeah.
when we bring up with any other guest. I don't know.
I think God's very personal too. It's a very personal thing.
It is
From both
because
sides, 'cause,
from experience, I say.
yeah, you would have someone come up to someone and be like, you know what? Screw your God with two middle fingers up in the air, and that person will get turned so red and fucking
It'd be like,
fucking-
it'd be like,
yeah.
fuck Jesus, I believe in Allah, suck my dick,
Yeah.
and then the person be like, what the fuck? How about you suck my dick? Jesus is the fucking shit.
Dick, man.
And then
How dare you
fucking suck my
disrespect
dick.
God? You disrespecting my God? No way, man. You ain't got no life morals, and then it'll just go into like
Yeah.
a whole fucking.
And
You don't go to church. But I go to a fucking mosque. Fuck you. You know what I mean?
I think
I go
what's
to a
it called?
laboratory. Fuck you, I go to a laboratory.
I
Suck my
think
dick.
one thing about God is that God, when you believe in God, that implies you're morally right, or you have somewhat morals, you know.
Mhm.
But you know, one thing is, you know, there's people who believe in God, like the Ku Klux Klan, who are killing other people, you know.
Lynching.
You know,
Lynch mobs.
But-
What was it? ISIS believes in a God.
exactly like that. You know, like regardless, like there's people
You believe in God? What did I say?
are morally right. No, I think
No, you kill
to
people.
believe in a God doesn't imply morality, you know.
Yeah.
Where, you know, if you believe in God doesn't mean that you're a straight shooting person, that you're a good person. Because there's been serial killers who believed in God, and who might have, you know, went to church normally and not like did some weird praying shit,
Yeah.
or who did some weird praying shit type of shit, you know, like where they killed God, like not killed God, where they killed somebody, and they just fucking
Sacrifice.
like, oh Jesus, please, sorry, whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it were, you know,
Kill somebody in the name of God.
name of
That's
God.
sacrificing.
I think what's it called when it comes to Republicans, bringing it back, but when it comes to Republicans, they bring up that they're a Christian person, you know, like they're a strong Christian, conservative, and for some reason that implies to everybody that he's a good person, you know. But
Yeah.
like, why does going to church imply that you're a good person when there's
Right.
people who go to church and lie and cheat and steal and murder and all that, right?
And twerk and, you know, do all that shit.
And throw that ass out,
Sniff
bro.
coke.
Trust me, bro. You go to church and you would see the pastor. You'd be like, "Yeah, I seen somebody the other day on Facebook throwing booty,"
And
and they're like, "Oh,
it'd be, bro. I heard about these private schools, fucking, Catholic private schools. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
man.
Oh wait. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the name,
Say
but
it,
you know,
bro.
no. I'm
Keep
not
him?
gonna- Bishop Carroll.
Bishop Carroll. Oh yeah.
I heard about the females over there. They'd be like, dude, they go to church, and then, you know, the night before they go to church, they're like over there twerking, making out with dudes, just doing all
yeah.
that shit. It'd be the ones that go to church that be the fucking nastiest out
the
there.
nastiest
Whores, man.
whores.
I don't know about that word.
You
Whores.
see some women
Hoes.
going to church. They got their
It'd be
ass
the
hanging
dudes,
out
too.
out of their dresses.
It'd be the dudes too, I'm be honest, but you know,
I mean,
sometimes.
like both sides of the coin, you
Yeah.
know, men and women
You hear
throwing
that,
ass.
that brother Mark done fucked Sister Kaisha, and it's just a whole thing around the church that they're hooking up, and of course it's the sluttiest one, but you know that's a different
You
thing.
see, why do people when they believe in God, they're so judgy? I mean, I do that. I mean, we were just judging people, but but we're like, why do we judge people like if we were God? Right? It'd be like it's like normal. Like, do apes like?
no, I think apes do judge people, but like judge each other. But another thing is sort of like, I think when you go to church, and you go to church like regularly and all that,
Yeah.
and you kind of like believe it and listen to it, like you feel like you might align yourself with God in a sense where like you're not God, but like he's like right next to you, and
Yeah.
like you guys are like, you know, just like best buds, and like kind of get what each other's trying to say.
Like,
So-
I know God. You don't know God.
Exactly.
Get
I
off
was
me.
just with God, bitch.
Like-
I was
Oh.
just with God.
Hey, you ain't gonna believe what you just told me. Are you dead ass? You done twerked on him? You done twerked on him?
How the fuck you know that? This
He's
kid.
like, God just told me, bitch. I just
God
told
just
you.
told me.
Like, I
God
have this-
just told
I have
me.
this connection with God, you know. The other day, I was just praying. I was looking at the word, and he told me. He told me.
You was twerking on that. You was twerking on that dick.
It'd be
He was
like,
twerking on that.
I was reading the
No.
Bible and I opened to the first page.
It's like-
Corinthian. No, I'm not gonna start.
Corinthians 16:3. Tanisha twerking on dick.
The woman that you love has been twerking on some dude, and I look back. I was like,
What
bitch.
the fuck?
I was like, bitch.
He's like, what's wrong? I think I got the wrong Bible.
I can see it, like the thing with religions and stuff, the way they talk about like how close they are with God and stuff. I see it as like, for them, it's like a journey type thing, like getting
Yeah.
closer. And they're like, yeah, eventually I'm gonna get that way, where God will tell me like who's around, how many people are around me and shit, you know?
Yeah. where you just be like, where God is like basically your over like your fucking like I guess the only way I explain it is like a drone, just like watching over, like literally watching over and you giving you info. It's like, hey bro, watch out, that dude in front of you, but I kill you, bro, and like, you're like, oh shit, my bad, and walk away or something.
Get like Spidey senses, man.
Exactly, that's the best way.
You know, I seen this thing on Facebook popping up a lot. It's like for the players, you know, future.
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like, if you cheat on her, and you feel bad, she's the one. I'll be like, damn. I'd be like, what was it? I think it was if you make fun of your homies in front of a girl, or someone, I don't know. It was something like that, but I don't know. They should make a book like that, bro. It'd be funny. And then everybody follows it. Every player in the book follows it, man.
Every player in the book. I guess feel about no fab.
No.
Semen rotation?
Semen rotation.
That's an actual thing, though.
Rotation.
Retention.
No.
Semen retention.
Social media.
Rotation, bitch.
Social media?
Social media taking over people's minds.
Alright, J1.
Social media, the new god. Let's make that the new time. Let's make that the time.
Look, J1 has some serious news. Tell him, J1, tell him.
So, lately, I've been not even lately, man. It's probably about like 3 months or so, man. I've been detoxing from social media, not sharing as much, not posting as much, not even like looking at much, because I feel like social media, it just drains you out. Like you go in there.
That's a lie. I was just watching them watch some truck videos.
No,
it's like, bro, I feel hella good after that.
my thing is right. When you go into,
you was watching some Instagram booty yesterday.
Whenever you go into places like, whenever you go into social media like Facebook, you're gonna see posts like depressing posts. You know, someone's gonna be like, "Oh man, I wish I wasn't here." You know, and then you would see some people like saying how, you know, they wish they were here in life, and then you would see people, you know, just like, you know, sharing all this shit, and it's like that's hours up and hours of day, like 4 hours a day they would probably spend just doing that.
I think I know what you mean. Like where you're saying that, where you go on social media and you just see depressing shit, you know, where it just drains you from how depressing it is. Like, oh, I go.
You
on,
can't be talking. I'm playing. I'm just.
Twitter.
I'm playing.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, like, what's it called? Like
you can't be talking. You do the exact same shit. Nigga.
Like going on Twitter. I mean, I think it's mainly Twitter, because Instagram I just have meme accounts and other accounts.
Yeah.
They don't really post any activism shit or anything. But you know, going on Twitter, just Twitter, because I don't get on Facebook. That shit's stupid. Whoever's on Facebook, stupid as hell.
Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
A bitch.
I've been on Instagram.
But the thing is, like,
Snapchat.
Like on Twitter, you know, you follow one activist or somebody who believes in activism or something, and then you sort of just get flooded by, you know, maybe like these articles, like people who they retweet or like, and you just see all these posts about people dying here and there.
Yeah.
Situations overseas, you know.
Yeah.
Like in Middle East or China or Kazakhstan or this and that, and you just see a lot of things where it's like these people are dying, this kid has cancer, the homeless people are like how many people are going homeless in the U.S. is going up by a lot. Evictions, and then you just like look at all these things and you just get drained, because you're just thinking, man, what the fuck, dude, this shit is shitty as fuck, you know. And you know, you're thinking about, you know, like climate change or something.
Yeah.
And you're just thinking about it. It kind of just drains you, because you're like, man, this is a lot, man. It's like there's a lot of things happening in the world, you know, outside of my bubble, you know, happening, and it's just, you know, people aren't doing anything about it, or the people who are in the situation aren't stopping themselves. You know, we could stop bombing certain places, you know, the U.S., but the people at the top who are voting in or voting out, they're not wanting to, you know. Or, you know, there's like the climate change thing where, you know, countries don't want to really fucking align to that. You know, they don't want to stop, you know, slow down their fucking waste, like especially the U.S. Again, U.S. But like,
it's so funny.
Fuck the U.S.
No, what's so funny?
Fuck the U.S. That's
No,
what's
what's
funny.
so funny?
Fuck the U.S. That's what's so funny.
That's what I
Fuck
thought.
you, bitch.
That's what I thought.
Is that really what you thought? Then what you asked?
What's so
It's
funny?
right.
I'm asking what's so
Fuck the
funny.
US,
What's
that's it.
what's so
That's
funny?
what's so
What's so
funny.
funny? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Suck my
bitch.
dick.
That's
Suck my
what I
dick.
thought.
Shake my dick.
There's nothing,
Shake my dick.
There's nothing funny about saying "fuck you" to a nation that is red, white, and blue.
He's talking to you. He's talking to you. He's talking right to you. I'm not the one laughing. You're the one laughing.
Red, white, and blue.
Wait, is he talking about you?
Is he talking? He's talking right at you.
50 stars.
Shake my dick. No, but like, you know, like climate change and all that shit, homeless people, cancer and all that. You know, it sucks. You know, just like reading that shit every day.
Yeah.
You know, and just seeing multiple like articles of it, and it's just it drains you. You know, like it makes sense. You know, if you're somebody who has like just an ignorant ass timeline, you know, where it's just memes and celebrity news and just feel good stories and everything, you're not gonna get drained as much, you know, looking through it. You might get tired of it, of course. You know, you like you fucking, oh, the 50th fucking cat video or something, you know, and you just might not use it as much, because it's just, you know, you see the same thing, but when it comes to like, you know, like seeing the outside world, you can't, like, it's not that you see the same thing, it's that you see the same situation playing out over and over again of people dying, of the world going wrong and no one's doing anything, and that gets pretty draining.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Like, I don't know if this is the correct word. It'd be like, sort of like, not really inspiration, but, you know, if you listen to some good music, you're gonna be feeling good. You know, if you watch some good things on YouTube, inspirational things on YouTube, you're gonna feel good. You know, like,
you know,
but
like porn.
Porn.
Hell yeah.
I don't know about porn. 'Cause, like,
It feels good, but then I feel shitty after.
yeah, you feel shitty after.
It's a give or take. I think it's like, if you're watching porn to really not like to, you know, just not for porn reasons, you know, like just like as a coping mechanism for your sadness, you know, like to get a porn addiction, then that's like not right. But if you're like just watching porn like every once in a while because you're horny or something, I mean, like, I guess that's the only right way to watch it.
Yeah.
Jacking your dick off, like,
yeah.
or you know, two fingers.
Bro, shut up.
There'll be times where I'm like, yeah, I really needed
don't wanna
it.
know
I
about
really
this.
needed that. You know what I mean? It's
No,
been a while.
bro,
I
shut
really
up, bro.
needed it.
Okay,
I've
let's
been
get away from
stressing.
Let's get away from this.
Kind of needed that, man. I'm really glad I did it.
Okay.
I mean,
Looking
you go
at
there
this.
and bust your nuts on yourself. I mean,
30 seconds, man. Really needed that
I
one.
need that 30 seconds real quick.
just touch your dick, and then you just.
He's all over the
Just
place.
after a week of not doing it, you're just like, you know what? Fuck it.
Yeah.
I really need this one.
I didn't get through the day. No, but yeah, it's just like, you know, like it's like Javon saying, like, if you just have a lot of
Kegels, man.
like,
Just
like
came in clutch.
it's only
Steph Kegels came in clutch. All right, go ahead, Edgar.
I don't like how you knew a name. I don't. Who the fuck
Cause
is that?
Javon, bro, Javon.
Javon sent you that?
Javon got, bro. It's cause okay, no. Steph Kegels is a porn star that's known for jacking off in the library.
No, she's a cam girl.
She's a cam girl from the library. Like she does, like she
stuff in the
fingers herself
library?
and everything in the library.
Not every
Every
that was
once
like
in a while.
one thing that I sent you of her in the library.
You see?
But she does other things.
He sent you that?
He
Yeah,
sent me.
I sent him
Bro,
that.
he said, type up Steph Kegels,
Yeah, I said.
and I was like, what the fuck is Steph Kegels? I typed it up on Google, and then I seen just a woman. This dude was dying laughing. I'm like, this shit funny to you?
Bro.
Fuck you. You really trolled me, man. He really trolled me on that one.
That's like I keep thinking to myself when I was younger.
What kind of name is that?
and
Steph Kegels.
And I discovered this girl, right? This cam girl, and I was like, how the fuck did she not get caught doing that shit? Because it was real time, and you could see people in the background, and she just over there looking full naked, butt ass naked, bro, just looking around, making sure no one's there, bro. She even brought a dildo with her, and I'm like, what the hell? What is this?
Is there no cameras?
How did we get to you?
Yeah, she get the blind spot of the library.
Man, and
Yeah.
she hurries up, pulls her panties up. Okay, let's
Y'all
just keep going.
I didn't watch this. This is how Javon. I just know about
Y'all
it.
something else, but
Hey.
Javon,
It was
I like how
It was
Javon
funny.
just like going through the video in his head, like
Yeah.
he remembers the entire
I
thing.
remember it, bro, because I was wondering the whole time, like, how the fuck did she not get caught, bro? Like, she's just in a public library.
All right,
And
back
she
to
just
God.
No, okay. Back to social media being bad.
No,
Look.
okay, look. Let me just finish what I'm gonna say.
Fucking hell.
Fuck
Alright,
you,
go
bitch.
ahead.
So if you just, all I was gonna end it with before y'all start talking about porn is what's it called? You know, what kind of intake you have is how you get. You know, if you just have a lot of good stuff coming in, you're gonna feel good. But if you have a lot of bad stuff coming in, you're just gonna feel bad.
And I think the thing with porn.
Bro, you know what, Santi? What were you gonna say?
No.
Let me hear this one. Let me hear this. Let me hear this.
I'm about to make a comparison.
Let me hear
right?
this.
Sort
Let
of
me
like
hear
a
this.
comparison, right?
Let me hear this.
You say hypothetically, right?
Uh-huh.
You masturbate.
Oh my.
You feel bad because there's nothing productive about it other than a high, right? But if you go running, afterwards you're gonna get a high, but you know that you've accomplished something that's like could lead to something greater than just running, right? You know you're gonna lose some weight. You know you're gonna have a better core.
Okay.
Then
No, real quick
work it
question
out.
is so how is that comparison?
Not a comparison, but
Cause and effect.
yeah. Not a
If you
comparison.
jerk off,
Okay,
you're
good.
gonna
I was
feel
looking for the
shitty. If
comparison.
you go on a run, you feel better. But it has the same. They both have
I mean,
high
I know what he said. I'm just saying, like, he said a comparison. So I just got confused.
I chose the wrong word.
Okay.
Cause and effect. I feel like, okay, for anyone out there listening, look, what worked for me when I got a social media or when I detoxed from social media is when I was not on my lowest, but when I knew I had to better myself and I had to be real with myself and tell myself, look, is social media holding me back? Because till this day I still feel that way. I still get on Netflix every night and I know I should be fucking sleeping.
Sorry, I should be fucking.
I should be sleeping. I'm like, and getting myself ready for the next morning to work out, and so I can go to school and be the first one at school, because I always want to be, overachiever. But social media slows me down. If it's body positivity, Instagram. If you're on Instagram, you're gonna be seeing fucking ass and titties and supermodels or Instagram models, maybe abs. You know what I mean? Just people who you think looks way better than you. And they might be like pretty people, but you can't compare yourself to them because Instagram models are not. They have the money to make themselves look pretty. If you're rich, you can make yourself look pretty. You have the money to get all the facials, to have plastic surgery, to get yourself done for the picture. And if you don't have it, then you're going to be struggling, and all you really have is probably like a gym membership and maybe some creams and all that.
Yeah, man. So if you're out there like looking to get like a big ass, and like get ass shots, like if you're a man, a guy or a girl, and you want ass shots, man, don't sweat it, man. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
You see, like, I'm 6 foot. And shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They don't gotta know. They don't gotta know.
Alright, man. Go on.
I'm pretty tall for my age, man. I'm
live your
about
truth, bro.
5'11", maybe 6 foot. I haven't reached.
We don't know, but
But
still.
I'm trying to be 6 foot, gang. But I'm there.
He's been hitting the gym trying to get that.
I've been trying to achieve myself, and ever since I've been real busy with school and work, I just haven't been on social media. And I think it's a real good thing because I don't compare myself no more other than to, the barbers that are around me, right? Around the city that I live.
Peers,
Yeah. And it's a good thing because, it's a healthy thing. But what's not healthy is I get stressed a lot because of my job. And I get stressed a lot because, I'm trying to make myself better. And I'm trying to make myself better, you know what I mean? So, social media is a good thing to do networking and all that. Or, like, post whatever you want, what's on your mind. But it can also be unhealthy because you tend to get yourself depressed. And then you feel lonesome and all that. So, get your mind straight, get your body,
get your money up, not your funny up.
Get your money up.
And I have a bad tendency
The WAP.
to look on Instagram and see some really good food and I want it, and that's really bad for me because I have ADD, and it's like me personally, I have to eat like high protein, low carb stuff, and I'm telling you, man, that stuff, it ruins me. That's why social media is just bad.
Look, You wanna know how I know Javon's been de-doxing? Look at this fucking outfit.
Oh my god.
Look at this fucking outfit.
What are
What
you
the
trying to
fuck
say?
is you wearing? You haven't been looking at the. You haven't been looking at the fucking what's trending. You wearing fucking pants. The fuck are you wearing?
I'm wearing sweats and fucking running shoes and a hat.
With white socks?
With no shirt on. But y'all, hey, I mean,
Look, us who are compared in the fucking we're wearing top notch shit, man.
dude, it's
Fuck are you
late at
wearing
night.
generic Nikes
Dude,
for? Old ass
generic,
piece of
nigga, what?
shit.
Okay, here's the thing, bro. It's
Roshi's
late at night.
ass, sixth
Dude,
grader.
Why the fuck do I need to wear just official clothes?
Fuck you,
just
bitch.
To come in here. Just to come here late at night.
I don't give a
and fucking
fuck.
Record a podcast.
Cause Sonny trying to fuck you, bro.
Like,
He wants you looking good before he fucks you, bro.
You want me to look good? You want me to look good?
It's not bad to get your
You want me
hygiene
to
up.
look good?
It's not bad to get your
I'm
hygiene
not
up.
going anywhere after this.
It's not bad. I'm
you
not
think
going
you want me to
either.
look
I'm not going anywhere
You
either.
want this dick?
It's Sunday.
You want
this
to
dick?
fuck Javon?
No.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I mean, if he was female, pipe him real good.
I mean, for a sec, I thought you were.
If you, bro, I already said
What
this,
if,
man.
what if
You
you
are,
was female? Would you let him fuck?
If I was female,
If you was female?
I'll probably be like super like
Into it?
defense all the way up.
Yeah, you'd let him fuck you.
I would be
If
high
I was a
value.
female man, I
You'd be
swear to God,
curvaceous. You'd be beautiful.
if
You
I was a
no. If
female,
you was a female,
I
you'd be
would build
curvaceous.
muscle.
You would be beautiful. You
Dependent
would have
or
thick
independent?
thighs, big breasts. You'd be
I'd be a cam model too.
yeah, that too. You'd be a ebony.
Ebony?
I remember, bro. I said that a lot of my when I was younger. Ebony, what the fuck?
I remember that I was like ebony. I kept saying ebony. I remember when I told you guys like I called you a red bone with glaze and all that.
Yeah.
You guys were like, what the fuck is a red bone?
I knew it's a red bone.
And I
Oh
laughed
no,
so
no,
hard,
I didn't.
bro,
I
'cause You
didn't.
guys were looking it up on Google. You're like, what the fuck?
Oh no, and then porn came up. I was like, what the fuck is red bone?
I was like,
So it's like a
red bone,
porn
bitch.
type of fucking theme.
I said you red bone bitch. And
Oh god, you did say that. But yeah, you'll be a curvaceous, bruh. Ebony.
Can you stop fantasizing what he look like if
I don't
he was
give
a
a
girl?
fuck. I don't give a
I'd
fuck.
be making twerk videos on Instagram. I'd be shaking that ass.
Man. Well, you know, we've had a lot of fun over here in this podcast, man. You know, we talked about serious shit. We talked about God. We talked about the definition of God, why we believe in what we believe in. We talked about how God can be manipulated through the church.
Free the Uyghur people in
Yep.
China.
We talked about how, you know, the government is
I think it's
God is
weird.
political. And then we talked about ourselves a little bit more, just to get to know us a little bit more, you know.
We talked about social media.
we
we
talked about social media,
benefits, the things that you
Just
do
a little bit of,
benefits
you know, get yourself going. You know, you're our viewers. So we're trying to get you guys. We're trying to make you guys the best viewers you can be.
I don't know
You know?
about
I
any
don't
of
know
that.
about any
We
of
we
that.
gave you some advice on
We
social
did- no,
media.
we
That
ain't
wasn't
gotta-
even
we ain't gotta
advice.
give y'all any advice. Okay?
We gave
No,
you
don't
some
even listen
intake.
to our advice.
We gave
Don't
us
listen
some
to it.
intake.
Yeah, no, look, yeah, exactly.
You
Take our intake, but it's not advice.
take our intake.
Don't take our outtake, our output, our talking.
Boy, shut the fuck
Suck
up.
my
we're
fucking
not,
dick.
We're not inspirational speakers, okay? You guys.
And we're not trying to be.
Yeah, after this, you guys may hear this shit, and you guys might tell us to shove it. You know, you guys may even, like I said before, start worshiping the devil because of all this bullshit.
Yep.
You might even believe in God. Or you guys might even say,
You
know
leave a
what?
comment. Leave
You
a
know
comment
what?
saying
I might
how
start
much
running- I
how.
might start running.
You leave a
more,
comment
or
how
I might
much
think,
we
oh,
might,
masturbation
you know,
is good.
we were wrong
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
God
This
and
is
how
the
I
Take
am
Three
right about the
podcast.
definition
Thanks
of
for
God.
listening.
I feel
And
like
that
just
was
say that, you know,
Edgar,
just say
This
how
is
I'm
John
really,
Lee
and
you know,
Javon.
Javon.
I
Thank you.
Yeah.
Santiago. Just say I'm right.